Hi there, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all getting ready for Christmas, and as you can see behind me, I'm getting into the Christmas spirit, especially with my decorations and things like that. So if you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Marianne Hanson. I'm the owner and the counsellor at NU Journeys Counselling. I provide counselling to couples, to individuals, and I specialise in relationships, stress, low self-esteem and depression. I will also be making videos for my coaching channel, which is called Confidence and Self-Worth Coach. But what I want to talk about in this video is something that I know a lot of you will probably be able to relate to. Because if you're in a relationship, definitely there are going to be some of these things that we talk about today that you're probably going to be able to imagine this is something that I've experienced. I know that I have, because communication is one of the biggest reasons that couples come for counselling, or one of the biggest issues in most relationships. So what I want to focus on today is 4 of the most common communication issues that exist. Number 1 is not listening with an open mind. So as individuals, we all want to be heard, we want to be listened to, we want to be understood. Now, if you're having a conversation with someone and you're trying to tell them how you feel, or you're trying to tell them how you've experienced something, or what you need from them, or what you want, and their responses are coming back at you in a defensive way, or they're not listening to what you've got to say, or they're misinterpreting what you've said, it can feel really, it can feel not good really. And in a relationship that can be compounded, because if your partner is doing something, or you feel they're doing something which is impacting on the relationship, and you're trying to explain, what you need from them or what you want, and they just, are not listening, they're being defensive, it can actually impact really negatively on the relationship. So this is a common issue that comes up, especially if people have heard the same thing over and over again, but it's never been resolved. The person can just become defensive. How many times are you going to talk about me not helping with the housework? How many times are you going to go on about this issue, how you felt when I had an affair? How many times are you going to keep saying we need to spend more time together, we need to have children together? But if you can just be that person that actually listens with an open mind, hears the person out, it will have a massive impact on the relationship, because it will mean that the person will feel heard, and more than likely they will not then need to repeat or talk about this issue again. The second one is when you're not clear on the issue and you just kind of don't get to the point. So this can happen a lot where there's one issue that you want to discuss, you've made it very clear that we need to talk, and you start talking about one thing, but then several other things come into the conversation. Now this could be things that you talk about from the past, remember 2 years ago when this happened, or it could be just talking about 7 or 8 different things at once. It can be not only confusing, but it can also be overwhelming for your partner. So the key thing here is to just be clear on what the actual issue is, talk about one issue at a time, have clarity, say what you need to say, let your partner respond, and you will get more out of doing that. You may need to put some things on hold, or you may need to, say, I'll just talk about this one issue, this is the most pressing issue, and I'll come back to the others later. It's a massive, it will make a massive difference to your relationship, but it's also something that causes a lot of distress within a relationship. Number 3 is holding back and suppressing how you feel about certain things, and then exploding later on. This is quite common in lots of relationships. I know I've done this myself. So an example would be something's bothering you about your partner or about, the relationship, but you never say anything. You hold it back. You just hold back. You say, right, I'm not going to say this because it's the wrong time. I'm not going to say this because it's going to hurt them. I'm not going to say this because he might say this or she might say that. And what happens is, if you don't express how you're feeling, and this is for any walks of life, and I know this as a counsellor, but also personally, this is my theory as well. Anytime you suppress how you're actually feeling about a situation, it doesn't mean that thing is going away. It means that you're holding on to it. So it's like you're holding on to those feelings. They don't go anywhere. So they stay within you. They stay within your body. And then what happens is they'll explode in another way. And this is why people have these rages when they get angry, or they snap and have road rage, or they might hit out at someone or punch a wall, because all those feelings they've never said, they've never expressed it. So in a relationship, it's so important. Your partner might not want to hear what you've got to say, but it's better that you express how you're feeling than you suppress it and then explode later, because the explosion is going to be 10 times worse. And the final one is when you are, this is combining into two. So one of the things within this is when you use a patronizing tone, or when you speak to your partner as though you're the parent and they're the child. And this is something that many people have come to counselling for, couples. It's okay to be supportive towards your partner, make their lunch for them, sort out what clothes you want them to wear, do their finances for them. A lot of couples work in that way, and it's fine because you both agree to it. However, when you become like a parent, whether you become like a mother or you become like a father to your partner, it's one, it's not sexy. Two, it doesn't create intimacy or equality, because your partner is thinking, wait a minute, this person is telling me what I have to wear, what I have to do, where I have to go. They're making my food for me. What if I don't want this type of sandwich today? You know, they're not giving me any choices. No one wants to feel as though you don't have choice in a relationship. So that's one aspect, how you relate to your partner, parent to child, instead of it being adult to adult. The second part is talking to your partner and telling them what they're doing wrong, but never telling them what they're doing right. And the two things are sometimes linked, because if you become that nagging parent, and you're not really a parent, you're actually a couple, but if you become like a nagging mother or a nagging father, you know, and all you ever do is talk about all the things this person isn't doing, you're not doing anything for me, I don't know why I'm in this relationship, I wish you would do this more, I wish you would do this. It gets to a point where that person cannot hear it anymore. It will either go over their head and they'll just hear nothing, or they will make a decision that they can't handle this anymore and they will walk out the door. And it's happened a few times when I've had couples counselling where the person has said, there's nothing that can fix this, you know, I'm done. And you're trying to talk about, you know, strategies to work on, and this person says, I was done ages ago, but I just wanted to give it a chance. And what's happened is all of those little you know, digs have kind of hurt the person, and then they've just given up now. So they're the four common communication issues: not listening with an open mind but being defensive, not being clear on the issue, talking about several issues at once and being confusing, holding back, suppressing your feelings and then exploding at a later date, and either talking to someone in a patronising tone, being like parent to child rather than adult to adult, and also talking about all the negatives and not the positives. So I hope you found this video useful, guys. Thank you everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Please leave your comments, please like, and also share this video with someone if you feel it will be of benefit. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Have a great day. Bye.